Welcome to Bitchin' in the Kitchen. If I ever get off, we are the BackyardBSers.
And what is it?
Happy Father's Day! Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
All the fathers out there, happy day.
All right, so what a wonderful start. We are the BackyardBSers. We got Mama Dukes over here, a.k.a. Queen Tweety. We got Papa Murph, a.k.a. T to the D-O-G, T-Dog. And then you got me, the New York Redneck, a.k.a. Willie Betty. As always, we're going to start out with a show. You're going to hear a little AI song that's going to play for about 2-3 minutes while you grab a beer, grab your smoke, get ready, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start the show for you. So hold on and let's see if I get that rolling.
Let's see.
That old love sitting at the table in my cowboy boots. I'm sipping on my coffee and I'm reading the news. It's all getting crazy, baby, you know what I mean. Got me cussing like a sailor while I'm fixing my greens. Come join us, bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all. It's time to get loud. If you hate the way they run it, then it's time to get proud and let it all out. Scream and shout. Ain't no sense in keeping it all bottled up. Get on in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Gotta keep it together, y'all, and keep it tight. If we all stick together, then we'll all be alright. So get it together, put your head on straight. There's work to be done, so don't be late. Come join us, bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all. It's time to get loud. If you hate the way they run it, then it's time to get proud and let it all out. Scream and shout. Ain't no sense in keeping it all bottled up. Get on in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up. Bitchin' in the kitchen, y'all, and tear it on up.
What a catchy ass song.
It is. I still say I left that on my playlist.
Once that gets in your head,
Gets
you
into
can't
your
get rid of it,
vertebrae,
man.
right?
We still got to get a higher quality one, and we say it every week. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We will one day.
But I do
Just shoot
like
him a
that.
playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we get 1,000 followers, all right, that's when we'll do it. That's our goal. 1,000 followers, and we'll try to get that into a real song.
And I'll do
That's
Maybe even a
true.
video.
and I'll even do
Yeah.
a Tim Walsh dance to that.
That's
too.
it with that. I'll give you the
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
All right. What we got?
What we got? All right. Well, as usual, I guess we'll get started with the Iranian war.
Wait a minute. Hold it. The war's over.
For the 40th
Yeah.
time.
My bad. Oh, news. Israel just bombed Iran again. Nope. War's back on, guys.
Guys,
Strait of Hormuz is open or closed?
Guys, we're
It's
not going
closed.
home.
No, wait, it's open.
No,
Wait,
it's
wait,
closed.
It's closed.
It's incredible.
It really is. So we're gonna get started with BackyardSers because you know we like to throw him in now because there's little 5-10 minute clips, but
And he's
comical.
funny.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. And
He's always our leadoff guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he brings up real points and he has his sarcasm and humor to it.
Yeah.
And apparently, that MJT person too, she's starting to
She
get humor
did
too.
good. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
actually getting. But with all this shit going on, like you don't even have to be a comedian. All you have to do is just read what's going on, and it's comical.
It is
Yeah.
Like
actually.
it's like you don't even have to. It's crazy.
It's like in
Really,
the real
it's-
world, nobody would ever believe it. You have to
Yeah.
laugh at it because you're like, this
Yeah,
can't
it's
really be
unbelievable.
real.
Like, oh no, 40th time, it's
I
closed,
know,
it's
I
open.
know.
It's open. It's closed.
We
It's open. It's
obliterated
closed.
them 38-7
Yeah.
38-7 times. Anyway, let's go here with you.
Let's start off with him.
Let's start off with it. Let's see if I can find it. We got that. We'll go over here to this thing, Bob. Click this button.
And then
I'm learning, guys. I'm
I gotta
learning.
get my other glasses. Right?
Yeah, my
Well, guys,
Well, the very necessary war with Iran is over as President Trump signed a peace deal. But is the deal good or bad? Well, that answer isn't as easy as you think. Because how you feel about the peace deal depends on which sheep farm you live in. Let's break it down into 3 categories for you. If you're new MAGA, you feel happy. This is a total victory for Trump. If you're a Zionist Israel supporter, you're angry about peace because you want more killing for Israel. That's probably good. And if you have common sense, you're pissed because we started a war that never should have happened. Nonetheless, this peace deal is a terrible deal for the US, but it's a good idea to sign the terrible deal because the alternative of more war is an even worse deal. And there's a bonus category number 4. If you're a liberal, then how you feel is you didn't even know there was a war because you've been intently focused on affirming your gender this whole time. So how you feel is going to be one of those 4. And tonight we'll bring you the laughable details of the peace deal. We'll see who's angry, but more fascinatingly, we'll see some people celebrating this as a major win for the US and Trump coming up tonight. It's like if someone's team lost the Super Bowl 50-0 and you're watching them celebrate like they won. Good evening and welcome to We Lied to You News. How is this a major victory? And what is Israel just going to have to be responsible for itself now? That country's like a demented child. And we'll get to that. But first, Trump just signed the peace deal to end the war with Iran in France at a dinner hosted by the French President Macron and his wife? Now, given that the whole war was gay, the terms of the deal are gay, it was only fitting that it be signed in a pretty gay place surrounded by pretty gay people. So they did that. Now, how is the deal a major win? Well, for that, we have to look to the same people who defended Trump in covering up the Epstein files who get their talking points from the administration, aka New MAGA. Here they are. Jack Posobiec says this. Boom. President Trump has officially brokered another peace deal. This ends the conflict with Iran, Israel, and the Middle East. At what point does he get the Nobel Peace Prize? He actually tweeted that. No, he doesn't do satire. He does what he thinks is for real. Anyway, well said, Jack. Probably should get the Nobel Peace Prize for a war he started. And Trump brokered the deal. You're right about that, Jack. He is the president and literally the only person who has the authority to do that. So, praise be to Trump. You know, it's kind of like if a house was on fire, the only person who could get the job done is the fire chief. He tells his firefighters to put the fire out. They do. And of course, the fire chief should be celebrated, even though he was also the arson. And he agreed to pay for you to pay for the damages to the house that his fire caused. So that's the same. This just in! Trump has agreed to pay Iran $300 billion for war damages. That's a very exciting part of the peace deal. More on those winning terms in a minute. So yeah, winning indeed. Thanks, New MAGA. Now let's hear about the peace deal from the Zionist Israel First crowd. Ben Shapiro, what do you got for us on the peace deal, buddy?
I'm noticing that Mohammed Khalibaf, who will apparently on Friday be literally in a photo op with the Vice President of the United States. I cannot express to you how stomach-turning that is.
Ben, I'm sorry your tummy hurts because there's a peace deal and a photo op. Could you tell us more about your tummy ache?
I don't care who the Vice President is. I don't care who the President is. Leaders of the United States of America in a photo op with a mass murdering terrorist.
And I agree. Seeing a leader of the United States of America shaking hands with a mass murdering terrorist makes my stomach turn too. Thanks for the input, Ben. People care what you have to say. Now, before we get to the terms of the peace deal, let's check in with a liberal to get their take on the Iran peace deal.
You have to stop asking me if I'm a man or a woman, because if my dad is a man and my mom's a woman, that would mean that I'm mixed.
Thanks for the insight. Now, what are the terms of the peace deal? Well, let's go through these fast so you don't get too depressed. Before the war, Iran didn't have nukes, according to our intel agencies. But now with the peace deal following the war, they will still not have nukes. So that's a win. And the Strait of Hormuz will be open, as it was before the war. Except now Iran will be able to charge a toll on ships which will generate $10 billion of revenue for Iran each year. That's a win. And Trump will unfreeze $25 billion of Iranian funds that we've been holding, so they'll have that. Another win right there. And Trump has agreed for the U.S. to pay Iran $300 billion of our money to compensate them for war damages. That's a win. Those are some big-time winning terms of the peace deal. Let's hear more about this winning from Jack Posobiec. Historic winning, the best Iran deal that's ever been made. Compared to the deal Obama made with Iran in 2015 to Trump's 2026 deal, Obama unfroze $1.6 billion of funds. Trump unfroze $25 billion of funds for them, plus gave them an extra $300 billion to top it off. So I say the Trump loyalist is right. Trump's is the best Iran deal ever made for Iran. Now, you might not have seen this. Trump has clapped back at his critics of this deal. These fools who think I haven't been tough enough on Iran, the stock market just hit a record high. Got him. Trump owned those morons right there. Don't think I've been tough enough on Iran. Well, the stock market just hit a record high. That is the same amount of compelling as Pam Bondi. You don't think we've been tough enough on Epstein criminals? Well, the Dow is above 50,000. Like, some people think they have a valid concern with human life and injustice, but are completely oblivious to how a well-performing stock market solves their concern that doesn't have anything to do with the stock market. As this war is closing out on an incredible high note, you might have a memory of Trump promising no more wars. Miss Justin! Trump never said that. It's a false memory. Take a look.
What changed? Because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war.
See, he never said that. You just have a bad memory.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all.
He never said that. That's it for today's news. If you're a Trump loyalist, enjoy your victory. And if you're an Israel loyalist, enjoy fighting the war on your own. You'll get what you deserve. And if you have common sense, at least it's over. And if you're a liberal, enjoy cutting your penis off. Good night.
Oh my God. All right, so that was a good little ending.
That was.
Oh, that was great.
So, I mean, he covered a lot of things. You know,
I mean,
he did it better than we could have. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
So that's cool that we show these things that we just talk about it. We don't really have to
Yeah,
talk
we don't
about
even have to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he says it. He's right in what he says.
So how do you guys feel about this 300 billion?
Oh, that really gets
now?
to me.
So
And you
let's
know
start
what?
with that one, yeah.
Well, because they're saying that's not our money. It is our money. How come everybody knows it's our money? And I actually read what he signed.
What is that?
I didn't screenshot it.
Well, do you retain any of it?
Oh man.
Boomer.
So you read it.
No, wait. I'm gonna just see something because I'm just gonna go to my thing.
Said you read the whole thing. So what?
Because I think I did screenshot the part of it. So let me just look.
Or just give us your conclusion of
What
you
did we give
read.
it? 350 to who?
300 billion to Iran. Yeah.
To rebuild everything that we
destroyed for them.
That's why we're talking about the firefighter who got the prize for starting the fire.
Yeah,
you know, when he put the fire out.
I can't find it now. Shoot.
I
didn't expect you to ask me this.
I refuse to watch the news anymore.
I told you we were winging it.
I know, but you didn't tell me that when I said.
Well, we don't have to.
Well, anyway, that I just couldn't believe that it said that. Like,
but I didn't know doing this. I'm still standing.
What did it say?
You're killing me, s'mores or s'mores.
You're killing me, s'mores.
I don't know this.
You're killing me, s'mores. No, you're killing me, s'mores. But no, wait a minute. I'm still standing with Ukraine and giving them money. So now we're giving this other money to.
Well, you guys are talking about that. I'm gonna find it.
But apparently, we're not giving it to them. We are there. He says that our Middle Eastern friends, allies over there in other countries, are going to be paying.
Nope.
How much is being laundered back to our elected leaders in Washington?
Say, as I recall, and I'm still looking.
What do you recall?
It really doesn't say whether we were. It said where that's part of the deal. Do you see what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. They lied to us.
If anybody else knows, please comment. Let us know
Yeah.
what's going on with that.
Yeah, because
here
I'm
we got
dumb.
this guy Zeke over here. All right, he's gonna give us a little information on the 300 billion. All right,
Okay.
this way, since you can't find that, Zeke's gonna let us know what's
Hey,
going
there's
on.
plenty more where that came from. So if they needed more,
We'll
they'll
just print
tax
it.
us.
We'll just print it. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. We got plenty here.
All right, well, let me find Zeke for you.
See a lot of
Zeke's
people
gonna
begging
give us a
in the
rundown.
streets.
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? Zeke here. So Amy Klobuchar goes with $300 billion. We could end homelessness, fund cancer research for 40 years, and give every child free pre-K for over 7 years. Instead, Trump is sending it to Iran. This is not America first, not even close. First of all, Amy, no American taxpayer money is going towards Iran. That's been confirmed numerous times. Trump is not emptying out U.S. banks to send that money over to Iran. That's not happening. But speaking of $300 billion, Amy, didn't you vote to send close to $200 billion, over to Ukraine? What kind of research could that have funded for us? How many kids could have gotten free pre-K? What about cancer research and homelessness and all that? You sent all that money, happily sent all that money over to Ukraine, and it wasn't America first then. I mean, what's the difference between then and now? Now it's because Trump supposedly, to you, sent money to Iran, but actually it wasn't the case. But now you're upset. Now you're thinking about America first while you were happily sending all that money over to Ukraine. Funny how that works out, huh? My other question is, why aren't you doing this now? Why don't you have something in the budget for the United States to start working on some of that now? You're not doing it now because you don't want to. You're using this as an opportunity to take a dunk at President Trump. But you could be doing this now, but you're not.
There we go. All right. Well, that was more, I guess, him bashing her for it. But he's saying now, I mean, good part with the Ukraine, because you brought that up before. They don't care about the money going to Ukraine.
Yeah.
But
you know what? They don't care. Okay.
But he said that we are not paying the $300 billion.
I know, but I just want to touch on the Ukraine thing.
Okay.
Okay. They might not care, Klobuchar, and the Democrats might not care that Ukraine got the money. But Trump supporters voted for Trump because they were sick of all the money going to Ukraine.
Absolutely.
So now it's going to go to
now it's not going to go to Ukraine. It's going to go to Iran.
Okay,
I mean,
so
Let's
here,
say hello to our follower. All right, I won't say the name. I don't know if you want to say the name.
I can't say
it's
the name.
on the Facebook.
Oh, no, just hey.
Hey, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment on anything that you want to comment on and bring up any topic, even if we're not talking about it.
Yep.
And now go back to what you were saying.
Okay. All right. So it says here's part of the agreement, actually.
Okay, you got the agreement.
Yes.
Okay.
The United States of America undertakes with regional partners to develop a definitive, mutually agreed plan with at least U.S. dollars 300 billion for the reconstruction and economic development of the Islamic Republic of Iran. To me, that sounds like U.S. dollars 300 billion is not saying Israeli dollars.
He did not say that it was coming from other places there, but they said it is. I mean, I don't know.
No, it doesn't say that there.
I don't know, man.
We're gonna vote.
You could be wrong on that one. They're saying that it's coming from our partners.
Okay, right here. So by the end, this is like a commentary thing. So by the end of the summer, Iran could have access to $300 billion for economic development. This is a huge sum of money that far exceeds the value of Iran's frozen assets or what it would make through years of charging fees for ships, blah, 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 going through that. Right? It's notable that this financed $300 billion investment money that Trump has said would come from Gulf states appears to be distinct from money Iran could raise through the sale of its oil, but no details have been provided. But we all know how Trump talks. Don't we now? We do. He talks in riddles. So, and he's not really a liar. He's not. He never lies because he never words things correctly. So it's all subject to interpretation.
Well, doesn't MJT have a statement that when she's talking about
MJT, MTG,
MTG?
Yes,
MTG,
she was a congressman.
MSG, whatever her name is.
Yes, and she left. She was like, and Trump. She was a big supporter of Trump.
Yes,
Trump can't stand it now because she knows.
But I think she even said that they're going to be paying for it. These the $1 billion rich people are going to be paying for it overseas because they're going to get contracts from it or something.
Right,
so
but she also said our tax dollars too. She did. I thought she did.
We're going to solve this right now, guys.
We shall see.
All right, we're going to get to the bottom of this whole what money is going to this. All right, so
yeah,
bear with me, and we're going to hear what MGT says.
MTG.
Yeah, MSG. Whatever her name is.
I love her.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, MSG.
As someone who's always been against funding foreign wars, I truly hope that the totally unnecessary Iran war that's not a war is truly over and peace is achieved. It's been incredible that we beat Iran dozens of times and nearly made peace almost 40 times. It's only cost upwards of $50 billion, probably more, part of which was spent bombing a children's school, by the way. And now hundreds of billions more will be spent to build more weapons to replace all the weapons and ammunition that we used in the Iran war that's not a war. Americans should be grateful to have spent so much of their own money on high gas prices and inflation caused by the war that is not a war that we won dozens of times and almost have had a peace deal for the 40th time. We'll see if that happens on Friday. The noble purpose of this war that is not a war was to free the Iranian people who have not been freed from a regime that needed change and still remains in place. And most importantly of all things is Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. So that is why we will most likely not be removing the enriched uranium from the facilities buried deep underground that we bombed before and Iran rebuilt because we bombed them again and it's too hard to reach, even though we are the best and the only ones who can do it. And the world should be thankful that because this peace deal is almost done for the 40th time, the Strait of Hormuz will now be reopened, just as it was opened before the war that is not a war. Most importantly, there will be a $300 billion Iran rebuilding fund, even though they said there wasn't, but there's going to be, that certain super duper special people can donate to and most likely be awarded contracts so they can become even richer and more elite than they already are, all to make Iran great again after we bombed them in the war that is not a war. All of this would never be possible without the peace president, whom established the Board of Peace and appointed himself the head of the board without term limits right before he waged the Iran war that is not a war. Now that he is on the verge of securing peace for the 40th time after defeating Iran dozens of times, he must be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. His MAGA influencers will demand it. And of course, special mention must be made for our greatest ally who never wants peace, continues bombing children daily, and is furious that there is now almost a peace deal. Thankfully, their fury at Trump's audacity to almost make peace is being made known to the American people by their highly funded and most loyal foreign agents. Supporters and paid social media personalities and Fox News hosts. And even though they now vigorously criticize the president and disagree with him, they are not called traitors because you only get called a traitor if you go against him on the Epstein files. Because really, they are all totally okay with rapists and pedophiles. But alas, our good friend and greatest ally should not be too upset, as they are soon to be rewarded with a gift far greater than the nuclear material they stole from our country years ago. Our very own elected leaders in Congress are going to fuse our own military intelligence and tech with theirs and throw in lots of other goodies that the American people will never be able to undo and do not support in the first place, even though they're going to pay for it all. This will surely enable our greatest ally to be even more lethal than it already is, as it kills countless innocent children and innocent people, imprisons them, and rapes and tortures its prisoners, all with a free pass because AIPAC donations steadily flow. And Genesis says that you will be cursed if you do not go along with everything they do, even though Genesis wasn't really talking about our greatest ally. In conclusion, congratulations to all for almost achieving peace to the war that is not a war, spending hundreds of billions of U.S. tax dollars again for another foreign war after we voted no. Special mention goes to the real insiders who have gamed the market with massive profits from inside information, and shout out to the friends and family landing those highly coveted government contracts. This apparently is what winning looks like.
All right, so I mean, she summed it all up. The war that's not a war.
Yeah.
We have some viewers that do not like MTG.
I know. You never get that
Yeah,
straight. Are you going to get us on the big screen?
Oh yeah, I guess we got to go on the big screen.
Yeah.
I thought I already had us on.
No.
All right, but hey, you know what? Like her, not like her, she has some good points.
The points that she's making,
you know, some really good points.
See, I personally, just because, you know, it's true when you say you can't stand her, a lot of people don't like her.
A lot of people.
You know, but I feel like I try to figure out I don't go whether I like them or not. I go by what they're saying, and I try.
Yeah,
to
there's a lot of people I don't
sense.
like, but they have some good.
But they
points
have valid
Yeah,
points. I'm
absolutely.
not saying she's a great person or
Absolutely.
anything else, but you know. But my point is she actually really was one of Trump's biggest allies.
Yeah.
She helped get him elected. And then the minute
She was one of the first ones to be ousted.
Yes, well, because she got mad about the Epstein files or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's like she's a traitor, she flip flop. I mean, she got stabbed in the back. She feels so she's gonna be, you know, any scorned woman. You know, sometimes you know you get
It's
a
not
little,
even that, but yes, I agree.
you know, you get a little rough, get a little evil. You know, but
Because hey, you're gonna talk about me. Well, now I'm gonna say what I know.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I get my turn at bat, okay, you
Right.
do this to me, okay.
Right. So that's why I tend to believe kind of something she says. And to be honest, who here can deny, and Marnie, I could say your name because you're on here or whatever, but and anybody who's watching this could see that you joined and everything. So I'm not trying to oust her or anything. But the thing, right, because you can if you watch it, you can see it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But the thing is that has this war that's not a war started and stopped 40 times? Yes, it has. Okay. Did he sign something that's really unclear where he's getting that $300 billion from? Yes, it has. It's not clear. So it's like things like that we need to know. Personally, I am getting tired of this war. Every time we have the bitching in the kitchen, I'm like, okay, what's the deal? The war's on, the war's off, the war's on.
I know it's been going on for like 6 months or something.
I touched on earlier to you. If I knew any of this, if he said all this, we're going to be getting involved with the Middle East, and I would never voted for the guy.
No,
I mean, we voted for. I remember when I had such high hopes. I'm like, man, we're gonna vote for Trump. We're gonna get him in. America's gonna be so different. It's gonna be back like the 80s, 90s. It's gonna be back to the glory days of America.
And I gotta say, his first 3 years in his first term, I thought he was I thought he was one of the best presidents.
I kind of agreed, and I was a lifelong Democrat.
And I thought
I did agree.
And I
he
thought
was the best president.
I thought, oh my God, this guy is really. And then his last year, COVID came, so okay, that throws everything out the window.
And they did it against him.
The next thing you know,
was winning too much. You know,
and next thing you know, Joe Biden got more votes than any president in history, which is fine if that's true. Okay, but
you know, I think I'm not saying that that's not true, but I think a lot of people voted for Joe because they were so sick of how much the left hated Trump, and it was just nothing was getting done.
I know.
So they were,
and he was getting things done, and it was stopping
even
things.
during the debates, the Democratic debates.
No, I mean,
I said Joe was our best hope, but I was kind of wrong on that. But anyway,
the only reason Joe won is because of you know.
But he was a good whatever he was in Delaware, and I always liked the guy. I thought he was going to be the most moderate. I really did.
Yeah, but I don't want a president that's going to sit there.
I didn't know he was the way he was.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was disappointed in him. I really was. I thought he would have been a much better.
I didn't want the president sitting there saying Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
But
Fuzzy
I
Wuzzy
didn't
had
know
no
that
head. I mean,
at
this
the
guy didn't
time.
even know what day it was.
He couldn't even say all that.
We all knew. He couldn't even say all that. But
They used him as a puppet. He was a puppet.
But the bottom line is, we can't.
He was creepy.
He was not that creepy, and you know what? Him and Jill loved each other. They really did.
That's a beautiful thing. But anyway,
Everybody has their own
Yeah.
opinions on that one, all right? We
Okay,
know some serious
whatever.
conspiracy theory out there.
Whatever. And his son loved prostitutes and cocaine too, which is
And a
beautiful
lot
thing,
of men do. You
Okay.
know, nobody
Doesn't make him a bad guy.
He who cast the first stone should be on the center.
Okay, so
whatever it
all I'm
is.
saying is, after 4 years of that, I actually thought we were going to be dug out of the hole.
That's the thing.
Because I don't think he was running the country. He was a committee running this country.
See, you know, I don't go.
And they're still running this.
And they're still running
And
it.
see, the thing is that I don't go by who likes who and who doesn't like who, and this is
Because
what
this is...
I go by what's the best thing for American people. America, I thought was always built on prosperity. You know, for us Americans, we're self-sufficient, we're hard workers. The American dream, as they say. I don't see any Americans really having the American dream. I'm sorry.
I don't see anybody really.
I, for one, have given up on the news. I don't consider myself a Republican. I don't like the Democrats. I totally just turned my back on the whole thing. The news lies to me. My government is corrupt. I have nothing to do with it, and I'm going to be 70 years old in a few months. And you know what? I was fooled for 50, 60 years of my life. I was fooled by these people.
Right.
And I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up, and I'm checking out, and I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my life. Whatever happens to this country, I can't do nothing about it.
You can't do anything about it, but it's sad that the American dream is no longer alive.
The dream has become a nightmare.
Donald Trump talks about his big thing on, stock market, which you played before. The stock market's doing good.
Yeah.
You know what? Most of the Americans, even if you have 401ks and everything, and you're like 40, you ain't retiring until you're 70.
But even
Everybody interrupt me. They keep upping the age, right? So, but it's true.
Right, continue.
But they can't throw me off. But they keep upping the age of retirement.
Right.
So the people who are 40, 42 right now that are they might have 2 or 3 kids. They have a little a home or something that they're struggling to pay for, blah, blah, blah. Things are getting tight. So your 401k's up. Big deal. You can't use it until 30 years. How do you know it's even going to be here in 30 years?
Yeah.
We need money now. Americans need stuff now.
Yep.
They need to live healthy, financially strong now.
Yes.
That's what they need. Not 30 years could give a shit about the stock market. I'm sorry.
Yes. Even, people that have 401ks and stuff, they're not, the only way that they're building up a 401k is if their jobs put money in for them. They can't diminish their paycheck. They can't put money into their 401k because they need every dollar.
Exactly.
Even stocks. People aren't buying stocks. The only people that have stocks are people that are already rich.
Exactly.
Nobody can afford to buy stocks.
I know.
And anybody who has kids nowadays ain't rich.
I can't afford to fill up my car to go get to work to bring food home. You can't do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Who the hell's got money to put into the stock market?
It's true. And anybody who has more than even a kid today and is raising a family with 2 people working has to work more than a job each.
Yes.
Daycare ain't cheap. We're the only country that doesn't give you a universal pre-K. We're the only country that doesn't give people.
You know what?
I can't drive 5 miles without seeing somebody, an American citizen, out on the streets begging for money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You know what?
But I watch international house hunters. I see beautiful countries. I don't see any panhandlers out there. Why is that?
They're going to tell you need to get a better job. You need if you don't make enough money, then you get a better job. What's sad though is all those people preaching that are the people that are going to lose their jobs to AI, and they're going to be in the same boat as us. And they're going,
karma will be a bitch.
Yes, karma is going to get them because all these people that make all this, big money with these high tech jobs, this and that, all those rich, they're going to lose it when AI takes over their shit and they got no money coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. It's but you know what? That's what I'm saying. And Ben Shapiro now too was saying nobody should ever retire. You shouldn't.
Yeah, he said that a while
I
ago.
agree with him.
Yeah,
Did anybody ever notice though? I remember seeing him when I used to watch Fox News. You know,
I used to like him. I thought I like this kid. He's as nutty as a fruitcake.
Oh, he's starting to look like the devil. His
I
eyebrows
know.
going up like that.
I know.
He's like looking like this.
Because the thicker they get, the more the more
but
authority he
they're
has.
like, they're like almost.
I mean,
like
yo, bro, what's with the
evil.
brows, man? What's with the brows? You're
No,
scaring
but
the
everybody
shit out of
has
me.
thick. You got thick eyebrows, but you don't have.
But not.
eyebrows.
Look, they're a little pointy.
No, yeah, but if he did that, there would be double eyebrows.
I know.
But not like Ben Shapiro's eyebrows. Sorry.
But like Uncle Leo's eyebrows.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro has some unique eyebrows. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
All right. So what do we want to talk about now, guys?
All right. Tell something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're the one who's doing the emceeing of the show.
Oh yeah. Well, what do we
Well, we had our one of our viewers.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say her name, but you know.
Well, we have a viewer that sent us a clip that they wanted us to talk about.
To
and show
talk
for
about
other
a
people.
two-tier justice system. I haven't watched the clip really or anything.
I think this is more about the whole Carmelo Anthony thing that's going on and how it's a two-tier justice system where, like one side will say, oh, you're against us, and if it happened this way, this would have never happened. The other side's saying the same thing. They're pretty much racist on both sides. Everybody's racist.
Justice is supposed to be blind
black
justice.
ain't white.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Blind. That's why she's
Just bring the facts before me. That's how it's supposed to be. But no, let's.
So yeah, this is someone that just wants to speak out about
Yeah.
it. Is what I'm guessing. I didn't watch it.
But we're saying it and entertaining it because
It was requested.
It was our royal.
Yeah, when they're-
You send us something, you want us to talk about it. We don't know what.
Yeah,
to talk about,
absolutely.
So we just
So
make
we
up
just
shit
do
every
it
week,
because you asked us to.
Exactly. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Let's just see what it is.
All right.
Care where it comes from.
So there's a white man who's currently being persecuted and is getting put down to the absolute max simply for having an opinion. Keep in mind, Jake Lang only said words, yet his bail is set to $1 million. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony murdered a child, stabbed a child in the heart, and his bail was set to $250,000. Like 4 times more for Jake Lang for saying words. That is ridiculous. Keep in mind, the people who were at Carmelo Anthony's sentencing, they assaulted me just for holding a sign that said White Lives Matter. None of them were arrested. They made death threats. They said they were going to murder me and kill me and murder my family. None of them were arrested. Jake Lang was arrested before his feet even touched the Texas soil. As soon as he landed on the airport, before he could even get outside the airport, the police came and arrested him because he said words weeks or months ago. It's ridiculous, guys. You have to go and donate to Jake Lang today. His bail will be reduced, but let's get that money up so he can see the light of day. We want to make a statement to let people know that, yes, white lives do matter. You cannot lock up a white man and make it unaffordable for him to bail out and to seek counsel just because he's a white man and has an opinion. The difference in treatment is staggering. Keep in mind, this is what they're feeding him every single day. They're starving Jake Lang in solitary confinement. All he has is 5 to 10
Care where.
So there's a white man who's currently being persecuted and is getting put down to the...
Oh, guys, sorry about that. All right, I can mess it up. But you got the gist of the video.
Okay, he just went for technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Okay, but I actually have a couple of things to say.
You say it.
Okay. First of all, he was saying that, Carmelo Anthony, okay, supposedly killed a child. A child was killed. Well, Carmelo Anthony was a child too. So don't mislead people who don't know the story because they were both children. You know what I'm saying? They both were under a certain age.
I get that. That wasn't the whole gist of the video.
No, but I'm just bringing up points because I don't like when people misrepresent shit.
I gotcha.
And then, when he's talking about it, but see, that's the thing, is justice should be blind. It should
be, absolutely.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know what? I don't believe in white lives matter. I don't believe in black lives matter. I don't believe in Asian lives matter or Hispanic lives matter. All lives matter.
Lives matter.
Period.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. And there should be a set of circumstances. I don't even like that states have different things. I really don't. I don't like that New York has a whole different way of their murder is like punishable by like 10 years. And meanwhile, like Tennessee, murder is punishable by 5 lifetimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There should be rules set across the board, like for all the states, in my opinion.
But states should have
That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Like,
they should be able to have their influence because again, you're leaving everything to the government to make all the rules, but the state should. Because again, if you don't like this state, you should go to a state you like. The state should have more power, not the government.
Yeah, but if you did that, then you have more to go on. See, this person that's saying like this white guy got arrested and it's like $1 billion bail or whatever it was, or $1 million.
I don't know. His whole thing was more on, I what I got out of it is, people shouldn't be arrested just for saying something.
Well, what he's saying, he shot somebody. The other guy killed somebody.
But what did this guy say that he was arrested?
Regardless what you said,
I have no idea.
Something and you get arrested with, ridiculous bail and stuff and solitary confinement. Meanwhile, you stab someone and it's only $250,000.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, what did he say?
It doesn't matter.
Whatever he said, is that worse than stabbing someone in the heart and killing them?
Yeah.
Okay, but now is it in the same state?
But
see,
well,
that's the thing. When he's using Carmelo Anthony, was that in Texas too? I don't know.
I think it was actually in Texas. Yeah,
in the same county. But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be like that. That hence is the problem.
What he's saying, though, yeah, it should be. His more thing is that it seems like certain, and from what I got from the video, is certain races are getting more privileged than other races when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he says it shouldn't be like that.
Years ago, it went the other way. So I mean, it
flip flops.
It's got to be it's got to be.
Shouldn't be. Yeah.
I believe in blind justice, like the statue, which has got. It's what you did. If you committed a crime,
this is what the government does to keep everybody fighting with each other. They want to make sure the whites and blacks are always fighting.
Oh, for sure.
Because if we came together, we'd be dangerous for them.
We'd overtake them. Yeah. Instead of fighting with each other, we go to them.
Who is the person? Who's the president that said something about United?
Abraham Lincoln. A house divided can never stand. Will never stand. I mean,
but then there's that other thing. United, we something divided, we fall.
Yeah, United we stand, divided we fall.
See, I knew that. I know.
And we got powers. We got people who believe in that, who are in power in this country, and they want to keep us divided. The media is all part of it.
They try to, the whites and blacks get each other. They're Democrats, Republicans, and now they're turning Republicans against Republicans.
Straights.
And they're keeping us divided because we're coming too strong, even in smaller numbers, so they have to keep on dividing us more.
And also, gay community against the straight community. Yeah. They want to keep us all, everybody hating each other.
And
it's like
gays with trans.
Yes, and it's
now they're fighting with each other. Everybody,
and they're sitting there watching us all fight with each other, and they're sitting there eating popcorn and counting their money.
Yeah, well, like thinking, I know I'm going to sound like a conspiracy theorist, and trust me, I'm not. But
everybody is in certain ways.
Yeah, but you have to be, because like when you guys were just
if you're not, you're not paying attention.
Well, if you guys got any good conspiracy theories, please message us, comment,
bring it here.
Email us.
Like when you guys are saying that, right? About and we got everybody fighting, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's partially because of like what we see on social media, which I think personally we're on it. But let me tell you, it's the worst thing that ever happened.
Yeah, who knows if half of it's fake? Just to get you riled up.
We're AI right now. We're not even real guys.
But it really is. Facebook started out like it was MySpace, then it was Facebook.
Yeah.
It started out to just be to like send pictures and
what a stupid
thing. Yeah.
Then they said, "Holy shit, we could do this."
And then it became like everybody taking out their phones.
It was the Vine videos. So they started with 5-second clips, and then it turned into videos.
Yes.
And then the TV station's like, "Oh shit, we're going to start losing people." So now they've infiltrated it.
Yes.
You have the brainwashing from basic TV now on to everything else.
I got on Facebook in
2011.
When we first met.
It was 11.
And it was like the coolest thing.
I talked to him
I have no idea.
Yeah, and
you had MySpace.
I'm not going to say the name, but the one that worked, she set me up on it. When I came home,
yes, a friend of you.
Yeah, at work, and she put me on it, And I came home and I said, "Look, I'm on Facebook," and all of a sudden,
I'm so excited for him.
And she showed me how to connect with
MySpace. I still say, you guys let us know, give us your opinion, but I thought MySpace was so much better than Facebook.
Yeah.
Like the only reason I ever had Facebook is because MySpace went away.
Yes.
Like you had to, you didn't have a choice. Facebook brought it up. MySpace was simpler.
I had Lily.
You were able, like,
screensaver,
it
music.
was like your own web page.
Yes.
You know, you could put certain pictures on there. You could have music.
Yes.
You would scroll down, play your favorite songs on there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a page that was you. You made that page.
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, it was your own thing.
Where Facebook, you can't do that.
I know.
But
You can
Facebook,
post pictures.
when I liked it, when I got
we love you, Facebook.
What I liked, and what I liked, and it was all new to me. I was like, come on, I still use a typewriter, but
typewriter.
But Facebook, it was cool because I was connecting with people that I haven't seen for years, and people like, you want to be friends with them? Yeah, sure. And it was nice. It was connecting with people.